If your house was built during the 60s, 70s, or even 80s, then you may have ceilings that look like this. These are called acoustic or sometimes popcorn ceilings, and well, they've kind of gone out of favor today. Now you can take them down, but that's a bit messy, or you can cover them up. Now we're going to hide this popcorn ceiling by covering it with these PVC tiles. Interesting thing about this material is that it's very flexible, extremely thin, and lightweight. To select the tiles I wanted to use, I went to the Decorative Ceiling Tile website. Here I found a wide variety of patterns and colors. I made my selection, and a few days later the tiles arrived. Before the tiles can be put up, a couple of things have to come down. The overhead light fixture, for example. Turn off the power at the circuit breaker, remove the canopy, disconnect the wires, and unfasten the fixture from the electrical box. Vent grill covers like this also need to be removed. For this project, we'll begin putting up the tiles at the center of the ceiling, then work outward. Measure each wall, then find and mark the center point. Drive in a small nail, loop the end of a chalk line over it, move to the opposite wall and place the other end of the chalk line on the center point there. Snap the chalk line. Then repeat the process for the remaining two walls. The point where the chalk lines intersect is the center of the ceiling. We'll use this water-based quick grab adhesive to attach the tiles. For the ceiling's rough surface, the adhesive's gap-filling abilities are ideal. Cut off the tip of the cartridge with a utility knife. Screw on the dispensing nozzle. Snip off the nozzle about a ½ inch from the end. Then load the cartridge into a caulking gun. Apply adhesive to the back of the tile, placing quarter-sized dollops every 6 to 8 inches. Also apply the adhesive around the perimeter of the tile, about a ½ inch from the edge. Now it's possible to work alone on a project like this, but I find it easier to do it with two people, one applying the adhesive and the other setting the tiles in place. Today, Jim has agreed to give me a hand. Once the tile is in position, press it firmly into contact with the ceiling, using the palm of the hand. Locate the electrical box cutouts by measuring from the edge of the nearest tiles to the center of the opening. Transfer these measurements to the back of a tile and mark a line for each. The point where these two lines intersect is the center of the cutout. Using a compass, draw a circle the same size as the ceiling box. Then cut it out using a utility knife. This style knife allows you to break off a dull blade, exposing a fresh, sharp edge that makes the cutting much easier. Before applying adhesive, do a test fit to make sure the cutout is in the proper position. Let's see how good my measuring was. Not bad. Good. Once that's been confirmed, apply adhesive as usual, putting a bead around the edge of the opening. These PVC tiles are designed to overlap each other. This makes the seams less visible. The adhesive we're using has a fast grab, yet it still allows the tile to be shifted for adjustment immediately after bonding. For openings like ceiling vents, measure from the edge of the nearest tiles to both edges of the opening. Transfer these measurements to the back of the tile and draw the location of the opening. The opening can be cut out using ordinary scissors. In this case, the opening spans 2 tiles, so we'll repeat the process on the adjacent tile. Once all the full tiles are up, measure the distance between the last full tile and the wall. Do this in 2 places for each tile. Transfer those measurements to the back of a tile, draw a line connecting the 2 marks, and cut the tile using scissors. When applying adhesive to a border tile like this, make sure to run a bead along the cut edge. Well, that's it. All the tiles are up, And our room has taken on a whole new look. Now, as a finishing touch, we're going to be installing some crown molding right up here where the wall meets the ceiling. And this is the material. It's actually made of polystyrene, which makes it very lightweight, and best of all, it doesn't require any nailing. The fastest and most accurate way to cut foam molding is with a power miter saw. Place the molding in the saw at the same angle it will be when installed on the wall, and make the cut at 45 degrees. If you don't have access to a power miter saw, you can order these pre-cut corners. With these, the molding requires only a straight cut, which can even be made with a sharp knife. The foam crown molding is held in place with the same quick grab adhesive used for the ceiling tiles. Apply it to the back side of the molding, top and bottom. Press the molding into the corner using a flat hand. Apply sealant to the mitered corners and smooth the material using a finger. With the tiles and molding up, it's time to reinstall any light fixtures or vent grills. So if you have a popcorn ceiling, or not, this is a terrific and easy way to add a whole new dimension to a room.